Welcome to Home Tiny Lab. This video is a kind of a follow-up on how to update from TrueNAS Core 12 to TrueNAS Core 13. So I'm going to try to update from the latest release TrueNAS Core 12 to the TrueNAS 13 U2 or train. Let's have a look at my actual configuration. So here you can see that I'm still using my TrueNAS Core 12 U8.1, and I'm going to show what I'm using as a boot device. So it's not recommended. I'm using my TrueNAS Core server from 2009, and it has always been upgraded. So if you go to, I think it's in System, in Boot. So the boot environment. This is a USB stick that only has 8 gig. Here is my first attempt for the update to TrueNAS 13, and now this is going to be my second attempt. So to update, the best way to do it is to go to check for updates. And you see that he wants to update to the 13 U2 version. So I'm going to select TrueNAS 13 stable, confirm, continue. Saying community release not enterprise support, and it's not true. It's pointing still to the to my previous attempt, my first attempt. So, but those are the files, and those are the important things to notice where you're going to. So I am going to click on download updates. No password, secret seed is on the system. So save configuration. Always do this so that you have certainly your latest configuration on hand if you have the need to reinstall completely boot up device for TrueNAS Core. So save configuration. Apply updates and reboot system after downloading. Okay, let's click on download, starting the job, and now we have to sit out the downloads and then the installation afterwards. For people who don't know, but when you're installing or updating a TrueNAS Core server, it will reboot twice your system. So be sure that that nobody else is using your server at that moment. What you have to do when you have finished updating is also checking if all your jails are working afterwards, and also check if your filing system has not to be updated afterwards. But first, let's pass this through. I will fast forward this so that you don't have to sit this out completely. Okay, while the system is still updating, you can have a look at the release notes. I've already mentioned this in my previous video, but it's always interesting to know the scheme, the naming scheme of TrueNAS Core in the versions. So you have the release for the community, then you have the U1 release for smaller businesses or business, and then you have the U2 version for enterprise level utilization. So if you are updating to another TrueNAS version, try always to go to a U1 or a U2 version if you are using your TrueNAS Core server in an operational environment. So don't be tempted to go too fast with a new release. In worst case, you're missing out in some new features, but it's more important to stay operational, in my book. If you have a second system or a third system where you can test the new versions and test even upgrades before doing it on your operational system, that's a good way to be used to the procedures, or to see if something has changed or not. So now we are going back to the update of my actual server. Okay, the update and install from the UI is done, and now it is rebooting the system. So let's go to my screen capture of the server. So here we see that it is shutting down, and then it will reboot, obviously, or hopefully. Okay, now it's going to do its second boot. Okay, the system is back up again. So I've got my old system login. And let's go have a look now at the desktop again. So here we have now the login page. Let's log in as root. And we are now at version TrueNAS 13.0 U2, and volume 1 is green, volume 0 is green. Very important that that is working correctly. Let's look at the service. Dynamic DNS is running, iSCSI, NFS, SMB, SSH. Okay, all the services are running. Jails, are they all working? Up. Okay, so those are the main systems that I'm using. So let's connect to the shares that I normally use. Okay, they are all there. Okay, so far so good. Let's now check here. If you go where the bell is, there is now in red a number 2. So let's click on this, and there is a warning so that there are new feature flags available for the ZFS filing system. So this we have to update for each volume. So let's have a look at where can we find, is it storage normally? And if you go to pools, then you can here find upgrade pool. So let's click on this. Upgrade pool, proceed with upgrade the pool. Warning, upgrading a pool in one-way operation that might make some features of the pool incompatible with older versions of TrueNAS. So let's confirm, continue. Successfully upgraded volume 0. And let's do the same thing for volume 1. Okay, upgrade pool, confirm, continue, and successfully upgraded volume 1. And let's close. And let's go back to the dashboard. So this was a quick upgrade of my production server. And I went from the latest version, TrueNAS 12, to the latest version of TrueNAS 13. There is still the bell with the 2 on it, so let's dismiss this because we have addressed the problem. An update is available for... Okay, let's dismiss the things. Okay, now it's clean again. So I hope that this was helpful, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.